This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weight. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course, at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, what up? Happy Wednesday, Jason Walker Show. Back inside, Off the Wall Mancave, and ready for a fun big show today. Nursing a sore throat, a little bit of a cold, me and the little one both, so both stayed home today from school and work, but got to get this in. We got to talk football. We got to talk playoffs. We'll do that with Dane Broadhead from Helena High, and also Kyle Mihelish at Capital. His Bruins have a bye week, and we'll check in down the road with Townsend coach Joe Horne, his team into the playoffs as well. First time in a couple of years, so looking forward to all three of those, and we'll get you set with the playoff brackets across the state for the first week. On a show that you can watch on Truth Social, Rumble, YouTube, Facebook. You can also check us out on Podbean, Network One Sports. You can also go to SoundCloud, Spotify Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, Apple, Google, JasonWalkerShow.com for everything else. The Walk Up brought to you by the Montana Disabled American Vets. Volunteer to help drive our heroes where they need to go to their appointments and back, wherever it is. The DAV drives over 1 million miles in Montana every year just taking care of our heroes, and you can volunteer at mtdav.org. So yeah, I mentioned sore throat, not from yelling too much or screaming too loud at the REO Speedwagon Rick Springfield concert in Bozeman Saturday night. Took my mom down there and my wife and had a good time. Saw REO Speedwagon at the Brook Breeden Fieldhouse 33 years ago with Richard Marks as the opening act. They were a lot younger. They were in their 40s. They're all in their 70s now, and there's only a couple of quote-unquote originals. In fact, none of REO Speedwagon original band members from the early 70s are still around in the band. But Kevin Cronin can still sing his ass off. There's no doubt about that. Rick Springfield, 75 years old, still rocking it. Came out, did Jesse's Girl, shirtless, with his 75-year-old dad bod. He actually is still pretty jacked. And also leather pants. Did a little crowd walking. It was kind of cool. But a fun show. But I don't know. I woke up Sunday morning in the hotel in Bozeman, and that's when the throat was hurting a little bit, and it hasn't gone away. The little one's got a little bit of a sore throat. She had a little bit of a fever today too, so that is why she stayed home from school today. But got to be ready for tomorrow, right? Got to rest up, get ready, trick-or-treating tomorrow, Halloween. What is the 21st anniversary tomorrow night of Armageddon, when the top 3 seeds in the state playoffs all went down in AA, 1, 2, 3. They fell like flies. The zombies or something. I don't know. Use any Halloween reference, they got them. So I got my hot tea with lemon and honey. So you'll have to suffer through it with me on this show. It was a great weekend in AA. We also have your, in all of football, we also have your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week coming up. And we are 6 days out in the election. Yep. Hope you got your vote in. I did. Actually took mine to the place in Helena where you take your ballots. County building, city county building. Handed it to the old lady, and she goes, "We have a drop box." And I said, yeah, because I trust those. They're burning them in certain cities. So we will have our Auto Contest Performance of the Week coming up, and also your brackets, which we'll get to here in a second on this first day of, 30th day of October. Yeah, I'm here. I'm good. Hey, the Grizz didn't give up 50. No, they beat Northern Colorado 24-0. I mean, that's got to be a nominee for Performance of the Week, right? The defense? It's been a rough one over there in Missoula for sure. What else going on in the world of sports before we get to... Oh, by the way, Saturday, I'll be down in Bozeman calling the state soccer playoffs for state championships for NFHS. And so I will be in Bozeman. Is it just one game, I think? I was promised two, but it looks like it's just the one. I think it's just going to be... it's Bozeman hosting Gallatin. Oh, that'll be a fun one. That's the State Soccer Girls Championship I'll have in Bozeman. Okay. And then the boys are in Billings. Yeah. Right? Oh, man, this throat is raw. It's not a good thing when you're in this business to have a sore throat. Billings West and Billings Senior will play on the boys' side, and then Gallatin, Bozeman High girls. Bozeman High going for a second straight. So I'll be calling that game on Saturday, NFHS, 2 p.m., I believe it was. I think that's when it was supposed to start. Yep, so I'll be there a little early. But anyway, 2 p.m. Saturday, Gallatin, Bozeman High girls, state soccer playoffs. Helena High girls clinching state tournament berth, the Western AA title, as they beat Butte on Tuesday. It's been a good run for Helena High and Lindsay Day this year. No question about that. Billings Central, speaking of soccer, Billings Central will host both the boys and girls state A soccer championships on Saturday in the Magic City. Billings Central boys will take on Whitefish. Last year's state title rematch. Whitefish won 1-0. And then the Billings Central Laurel girls will go at it. They are a combined 23-0-6. 2 ties between the two teams this year. And this is the 7th time that Laurel and Billings Central girls will play for state championship soccer. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Rankings. We get to those? Yeah, and then we'll do the brackets. Is that headline really say, favorites emerge as the playoffs set to begin? It does, doesn't it? Wow. 406mtsports.com, power polls, AA, Gallatin, the only unbeaten, 9-0, number 1, followed by 8-1 Capital, 8-1 Glacier, 8-1 West, and 6-3 Great Falls High. Class A, it's Frenchtown, Billings Central, the lone unbeatens in Class A. And then Dillon, Columbia Falls, and Lewistown. Class B, Manhattan, number 1, Malta, number 2, the lone unbeatens. Florence Carlton's 3rd, Red Lodge 4, Jefferson 5. And then Glasgow, Eureka, Loyola, Three Forks, Joliet. 8-man, it's Fairview, followed by Belt, Valley Christian, Manhattan Christian, all undefeated. And then 1 loss, Culbertson at number 5. Fort Benton, Drummond, Phillipsburg, Circle, St. Ignatius, Sealy, Swan round out the top 10. And in 6-man, it's the only unbeaten, Box Elder, number 1. Followed by Chester, Joplin, Inverness, Centerville, Denton, Geyser, Stanford, Geraldine, Bridger, Bainville, Savage, Lincoln, Jordan, Custer, Hysham, Melstone. So, impressive stuff right there. All right, let's get to your brackets for the playoffs. And we'll talk to Dane Broadhead here in a couple of minutes. Helena High coach, because his team will open up hosting CMR Friday night at Vigilante under the lights. Great Falls High will host Butte. Bozeman takes on Sentinel in the Gallatin Valley Friday night. And then Big Sky will host Billings Senior. Capital West, Glacier, and Gallatin all earning byes into the next round of the playoffs in AA. Class A playoffs. Man, it's Frenchtown, Laurel, Billings Central, Dillon all have byes. That state title might run through Frenchtown this year. Havre will host East Helena. East Helena in the playoffs for the first time. We'll talk to Tyler Murray tomorrow. Columbia Falls hosts Corvallis. Whitefish hosts Big Fork. And Lewistown hosts Miles City. Those games are all Friday night. AA and A play on Fridays. Friday night this week. In Class B, Townsend will travel to Red Lodge. The Bulldogs squeaking in. We'll talk to Joe Horne. That is a Saturday. All these games Saturday at 1. Loyola hosts Conrad. Manhattan hosts Baker. Glasgow hosts Eureka. Thompson Falls goes to Malta. They have Malta and Manhattan in the same bracket? No. Okay, good. Three Forks goes to Huntley Project. Florence Carlton will host Fairfield, and Joliet will be at Jefferson Saturday afternoon. If Jefferson wins and Florence Carlton wins, that sets up another playoff battle, this time not in the semifinals. Remember, Jefferson beat Florence first game of the year, and Florence has won 8 straight since. 8-man playoffs all Saturday at 2 different times, all of them at 1, except for St. Regis at Belt. That would be at 2. Ennis goes to Culbertson, Circle to Drummond-Phillipsburg. Chinook hosts Valley Christian. Fairview will host Sheridan. And then Choteau goes to Sealy Swan. Fort Benton goes to St. Ignatius. Manhattan Christian plays at Scobie. Pretty sure that's how that shakes out. Yeah, home team's on top. Okay. And then, let's see here. In 6-man, you got Bridger taking on Power Dutton Brady, Lincoln Savage, Jordan, Chester Joplin Inverness, Centerville, Shields Valley, Absorki against Box Elder, West and Denton Geyser Stanford Geraldine, Hot Springs taking on Custer, Hysham, Melstone, Bainville plays Highwood. Okay. Good stuff. Football playoffs are here. Absolutely love it. It's going to be a great next month as well. Let's see here. Let's get into our interview. Dane Broadhead, Helena High football coach. His team in the playoffs and hosting first round. Started out 1-4. Right? Yeah. Won 3 straight. Finished 4-5 and finishes the 4 seed. And will host CMR on Friday night in Helena. And he joins us off the wall man cave, Jason Walker Show. Well, Coach, not the way you guys wanted to wrap up the regular season, but a great game nonetheless. A double overtime loss at Big Sky. But a great month of October for you guys, which we'll talk about in a second. But take me through Friday night's game.
Yeah, it was back and forth, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Actually did some really, really good things on offense and defense. Our special teams game let us down a little bit, the 2 big kick returns, which was hard to overcome. I thought we really outplayed them in the first half, did some nice things in the second half. And, just one of those games that could have went either way down the stretch. There were turnovers and big plays from both sides and, some really exciting moments. But at the end of the day, just didn't make enough plays to come out of there with the win. But, we get to put that one to bed and look forward to the next part of our season with the playoffs starting this week.
Which we'll get to in a second. But tell me about the decision to go for 2 there and on the road. Is that the coach's handbook? You go for the tie at home and go for the win on the road. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's, I think that's kind of a common thought. My thought process was more, I felt like we were wearing down a little bit. They were moving the ball in overtime, on our defense pretty good. I just felt like it was the time and the place to do it. I don't second guess it. We had a good play call and, ended up basically a foot short. So, one of those, again, it could win either way. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I probably would have made the same decision if we were at home. I just felt like in that moment, it was the right time to do it.
I wasn't second guessing the decision. I like it. Dane Broadhead joining us, Helena High football coach, mentioned a good way to, end the season without the loss, but a great month of October flipped from September, which we all know about, but you guys definitely still have momentum as you head into the playoffs. Are you playing your best football yet?
Yeah, I think we're close. I think, like I said, Friday, we did some really good things. We ran the ball well, threw the ball well at times. I thought our defense played extremely well. I know, the scoreboard maybe wasn't indicative of that. Again, it was a couple, bad plays on special teams in the first half that got us, ended up tied at halftime. But I think we are. I think we're close. So I think that's a good spot to be in. Obviously would have loved to have left Missoula with a win on Friday, but we're still in a good spot. We still get a home playoff game, and we're in a position where there's still a lot of the season ahead of us and a lot of things that we can still accomplish.
You do get the first round home playoff game Friday night, 7:00 at Vigilante as you host CMR. CMR, another team that has been up and down all season long. But very dangerous. Tell me about the Rustlers and what they got going on this year.
Yeah, I think they're playing really well. Kind of the same thing. They've found some success down the stretch. I know their crosstown game probably didn't go the way they wanted to last Friday night, but they did some really good things. Down the stretch, pretty balanced. Throwing, running. Physical. That's the one thing that I've noticed. It looks like, they're doing a good job running the football. Very physical on defense. Up front, they're pretty good. They've got a couple kids that really stand out on their D front. And so they're pretty solid. It's a good matchup for us in the first round. And I think it's exactly what you're going to expect in playoff football. I think it's going to be a hard-fought game, a physical game, and one where we're going to have to be buckled up in all three phases.
When was the last time you played CMR? It's been a few years, hasn't it?
Oh, boy, it was a playoff game, afternoon game. I'm trying to think how long ago it was. 4 or 5 years ago, maybe.
I was thinking that, yeah, because you guys have played the Billings and Bozeman schools in the crossovers to begin the year, and the non-con. I'm trying to remember the last time you played CMR too. Yeah,
it was a playoff game. I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. I don't remember the last time. It's been a long, long time since we played them in the regular season.
Yeah, I don't think anybody on either team was in high school the last time you guys played. Maybe.
No, I don't think we were. I don't think any of our kids remember ever playing them.
Helena High coach Dane Broadhead joining us, Jason Walker Show. I've always wanted to ask this. It's the stupidest question out there, but is this week a must-win?
This week is for sure. It's win or go home at this point. So yes, from here on out, they are certainly all must-win.
I can't believe in all my years I've never done that. But yeah, it's playoff week. Of course, it's must-win.
Yeah, dang right, man. Win or go home.
How'd your game go last night with your kids? You had to give up 14 points. Is that right?
No, we got 14 points.
Oh,
so
okay.
Colt won himself. I can't remember. He he bet Tyson Schulte at team dinner last week. So I think it was a dilly bar is what he got out of the deal.
We're
So at least we're back to even on the Dairy Queen bet.
with him, yes, not us, but no, yeah, it's
Yeah, no, I'm still -1, but he's +1, so I'm calling that a wash.
yes, it is. He had to have been happy though.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely a big night. Even though the Giants lost, we still win.
It's a win when you don't have to really watch, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a big one. You just check the score at the end and call it good.
Dane Broadhead joining us. A couple final questions for you. As you look at the playoff bracket in the AA, do you like the way it's set up for you? Or, I mean, Helena High is going to have a tough road no matter what, but do you like the bracket?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and that's just it. It doesn't matter, when you look at it, what side you ended up on or who you get or anything like that. It's playoff football. It's going to be tough. There are no gimmies. You get to a point where you just got to go play whoever you get, and that's what we told the kids. We told them, don't worry about the rest of it. Play this week. You have to go 1-0 this week, and then figure it out from there and wherever you're at, whoever you get, So, that's kind of the big message to them is not worry about what everybody else does. It really doesn't matter. You just have to go 1-0 every week from here on out.
Looking at the bracket, you could, by losing that game Friday, set up a first ever crosstown state championship.
Yeah, I guess it would if you'd look that. I honestly haven't even hardly looked that far. I just knew we had CMR this first week, but yeah, that would be something. I guess that's never been done, has it?
I don't know. It's never happened, so I think it would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty wild. That'd be a cool deal for the city of Helena, but we got a lot of work to do before we can get there.
It is National Cat Day today. Are you a cat or dog person?
Oh, I'm a cat person. Dogs are okay, but I don't know. I always, I would say, I guess if I had to pick, I would say I'm a cat person.
I like that. I had a cat named Princess, and then I looked under the tail and it became Prince. And then it went to the vet and became the cat formerly known as Prince.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny, man. You got the best of all worlds with that one.
Yeah. When you're 15, 16, and then you have to look under the tail. Yeah.
That's funny.
Coach, it sounds like you got a little bit of a cold. Is it that time of the year?
Yeah, it is. Kale's sick right now, so I got whatever he's got going on. So a little under the weather, but it doesn't matter, man. You gotta keep going, keep grinding because it's playoff time.
Are you going to go sleeveless on Friday night, or will we wear a jacket?
No, I'll probably have a jacket on. I think it's supposed to be pretty decent, though. Let's look here.
Well, 40s.
Friday, 49, partly cloudy. Yeah, that's just a sweatshirt night. That'll be a great night for football.
Okay. Do you guys have the full winter weather football gear?
Yeah, we have the big coats and the sideline stuff. And boy, last year this week we needed it. It was that week we got a foot of snow and it was 5 degrees at kickoff or whatever it was, that Skyview game. But what a difference a week or a year makes, I should say. It's so much nicer in terms of weather this year compared to what we had to deal with last year.
100% true. You've had a great run through the month of October to get into the 4 seed against CMR Friday night, 7:00 Vigilante. Coach, good luck, and keep those social media posts coming for the seniors. I liked it.
Yeah, no, that was kind of a bummer. I had to miss the senior banquet again. Like I said, Kale's been sick, so sometimes you got to be dad first. So one of those deals. But yeah, I wanted to get that video out to those guys. And it's been a special senior class. It's been a lot of fun to work with. So,
Well, good luck Friday night. Let's talk next week, because this is a sad time of the year for me, because I get to talk to all 5 local coaches for the playoffs this week. First time I've ever done that. But as the playoffs progress, coaches drop out, and it makes me have to talk more, and I don't want to have to do that. So you need to win so that you're on the show next week.
That's right. That's the plan. Look forward to talking with you again next week.
That is Dane Broadhead joining us, Helena High coach, on the in the Off the Wall Mancave here, Jason Walker Show. Good guy. Fun interview. Good luck to the Bengals on Friday night hosting CMR at Vigilante. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll check in with Capital coach Kyle Mihelish. His team has a bye as we nurse through a sore throat on a Wednesday. The walk-up brought to you by the Montana Disabled American Vets. Volunteer for many different things to help our vets out. mtdav.org. Come right back. Joe Horne going to join us from Townsend, but up next, Capital football coach Kyle Mihelish on the Jason Walker Show. For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation. If you are truly looking to get away for a weekend, let Auto Concepts get you started. Introducing the Overlander camping setup. The tent fits right on top of your truck, sleeps 3, and features an LED light bar and USB connections. It's easy to travel with and pack up to get you away from everyone and up off the ground. Auto Concepts also will get your rig detailed to look good for the summer to make sure your vehicle looks sharp inside and out. Auto Concepts does window tinting, lift kits, cattle guards, and more. Everything your vehicle needs. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Casey Damon is a 6th-generation Montanan with deep roots, making her a true Montana insider. She knows all the best places, from fishing and recreation to entertainment and local hidden gems. She grew up here, went to the historic Central Elementary School, and graduated from Helena High. She is proud of her Montana lifestyle and loves Montana history. Helena and Central Montana are great places to live, work, and enjoy, which is why she chooses to keep calling it home. Voted Helena's favorite realtor and Montana's best residential realtor, there's no wonder why people go to her for their real estate needs. Casey understands that selling and buying a home is complex and deeply personal. There's also a lot at stake financially and personally. This perspective on the process and the responsibility felt towards her clients drives Casey to truly be an expert at her job. She understands the market and all the variables involved in a real estate transaction, making sure you feel supported and that you have a trusted advisor by your side. To work with Casey Damon, give her a call at 406-465-6780 or text KACIE to 85377. Saturday nights are meant for dancing, fun, and good times, and Continental Divide Radio is your home for all that and more as we bring you the Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour, followed by an hour of nothing but the best from the 80s with the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Party Hour. Celebrate the music of your memories with only the best country dance songs and music from the decade of decadence. The Joe Mitchell State Farm Country Dance Hour and the Joe Mitchell State Farm 80s Dance Party, Saturday nights beginning at 9 on Continental Divide Radio.
Everything's been so messed up here lately. Pretty sure he don't wanna be my baby. Oh, he don't love me, he don't love me, he don't love me, he don't love me, but that's okay. 'Cause I love me, I love me, I love me, I love myself anyway.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back. A little BB Rexa bringing us back in. We all have therapists. That's what they all say. Oh, good stuff. Welcome back, Off the Wall Mancave. This segment brought to you by the Ruckers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena, full of all of your stressless, Tempur-Pedic. Oh, you talk about some unbelievable furniture. Flexsteel, England, Southern Motion. We get. I was in there. They have a couch made of cowhide. Well, it's leather with cowhide on the outside of the, like where the. It's just go in and see it. It's power. It's motion. Lumbar, power headrest. Oh, it's fantastically comfortable. Matching love seat, matching recliner. If you're from Montana, this is ideal for you. In fact, if you're not even from Montana, but you moved to Montana because you think you're a Westerner and it never snows like in Yellowstone, then this couch, the sofa, love seat, recliner is for you. I'm telling you. Anyway, get into Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. I don't know why we decided to play the commercial. Probably because I was sitting there looking right at it.
Store-wide savings.
What are we doing here? Okay. Working our way through a sore throat and working my way back to you, babe. Temptations? I don't know. We're having fun. That's all I know. Hey, Team Having Fun is the team that won the Western AA, clinched a first-round bye, and will host until the state championship if it gets that far. It's the Capital Bruins, and Kyle Mihelish, the head coach, joins us. Off the Wall Mancave, Jason Walker Show. Well, pretty good way to end the regular season. A shutout of a very good, solid Butte team, but how you feeling after the regular season has ended, Coach?
Well, we feel good. We put ourselves in a good position. We talked about that. We got to take advantage of our opportunities. We've created a great opportunity for ourselves. We're going to, this week we're going to obviously have the bye week. We're still going to practice every day. We're going to shorten things up. We talked about staying focused and having the will to prepare to win. And, we got to have that ability. And playoff football is certainly different. The elevation of play is there. I mean, it's urgency. So we have to get in a good mindset and get ready to play.
When you look at the game itself last week, what really impressed you with the way the Bruins played?
Well, I don't think I've ever been a part of a game that had 4 significant interceptions.
Right.
Our offense with, I think, 3:13 left in the game had only run one play. So we had, 2 pick sixes, 2 other interceptions. McCauley had 2, Linder, Toivonen, like I said, 2 returned for a touchdown. So, yeah, I don't ever remember coaching in a game that had that many interceptions. Well, yeah, that many interceptions, but significant. So it was interesting.
Yeah, big ones too. I mean, you mentioned 2 pick sixes. I mean, that gets any defense fired up, but it really inspires the offense too. And the offense really didn't have to do a whole lot. They just did what they needed to. But that defense played very, very well. I mean, you shut out Butte. That says a lot about how you guys are playing as a team.
Well, they did a lot of good things. I mean, we watched the film Monday after school. We didn't practice on Monday, but we watched film from about an hour on each side of the ball. And no, I mean, we broke it down on Sunday as coaches, but on Monday, watching with the kids, we had some errors. We have some things we got to improve on, but no, it was a good effort, going into the bye week and into the playoffs. So I think that's a good catapult to get going.
I know when teams set out, the captains and the coaches get together, you guys set out team goals for the year. Obviously, winning the West was one of them. Satisfied, work to be done still. What do you tell the seniors, and how much do you rely on them moving forward into the playoffs?
No, I think especially with this group, I mean, we, celebrated the seniors Friday. We got 29 seniors.
Wow.
Yeah, it was quite a show. You don't really think about it until you see it. You had 29 seniors and their families, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, and everybody there. So this group is, very seasoned. A lot of them played, like last year we were playing with 8 juniors on offense. So, I mean, those kids, just think about the amount of games. I mean, so we're 9 games in, and we played, 11 or 12 last year. So, I mean, they're going on 20-plus games. So, for them to be, I guess, intimidated by a situation would be certainly a disappointment. But I don't think they will be. They're a fun group to be around. They're very relaxed, sometimes too relaxed for me. And I think that's just part of the amount of reps they've gotten over the last 2 years. They're very confident in themselves. So it's a fun group to be with. I mean, not to take away that they work hard in the classroom, weight room. They're good people. So no, it's a fun group to be around.
Capital football coach Kyle Mihelish joining us, Jason Walker Show. Which coaches will be watching Bozeman and which coaches will be watching Sentinel? Because those two play. The winner gets you guys in 2 weeks. So who watches who?
Well, we'll all be watching. I mean, it is the beautiful thing about Huddle is that game will be up on Friday night, and we'll have immediate access to it. So it's modern day technology has certainly changed the way you approach maybe your opponent. You used to, I remember being a young coach, you'd have to go travel and scout, and you're going to get 2 games on VHS. And you had to get back and you had to dub it and make sure Coach Poley and those guys and all those guys had a copy by the next day. So it's a lot different. So it's technology has certainly made it easier. So we'll be able to watch that Friday if we so choose, or Saturday morning. So yeah. We're not going to go down. We're going to let it all shake down. We'll watch it on NFHS, but no, technology makes things a lot easier.
It does. You don't have to meet in Townsend or Drummond to exchange game film.
That's exactly right.
Kyle Mihelish joining us. As you look forward, is there a team out of Bozeman and Sentinel that you'd rather play? I know you've already played Sentinel this year, but when you look at the Hawks, defending champs struggled a little bit, but Levi Wesche has them playing, again, very good football heading into the playoffs. And then Sentinel, with the history they've had over the last half dozen years, I mean, it's playoff football. Like you said, anything can happen. And you got to prepare for both of those teams. Which would you rather play?
No, I've been asked that question a couple times in the last few days. It's, being here, we're lucky enough to be here quite often in the situation. Mm-hmm. We have solid coaches, great kids. And like I say, and I guess you would say, as I answer that question all the time, it doesn't matter who we play. We're going to have to play them all, whether that be Bozeman, Sentinel, and then along the way, if it's West, and then Glacier or Gallatin, you got to play them all in order to get to where you want to be. So we're excited to be in it, and we're excited to play whoever.
Where are we at in the Constitution or in history today?
Well, we're going to finish up the Constitution today. We had to do some pre-ACT testing in class, so that kind of put us back a little bit. They did it in history class, and they did it in a couple other classes because everybody has to take a history class their junior year. So that's the way in which they can hit everybody. So we kind of had a little setback there, but we're going to finish up the Constitution today. We're actually answering questions about the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. So the kids are learning along the way. You'd be amazed, and I know they're only 16, 17, 18 years old, but you'd be amazed about how many do not know anything about the structure of our government. Yep. So that's why we do it.
And it's fantastic. You can hit them with this. 1735 on this date, our second president, John Adams, was born.
Well, there you go.
A founding father. And Helena founded on this date in 1864.
Sure. Yeah. Right at the end of the Civil War there.
Yeah. Something about gold, I guess. Last chance.
Yeah.
It is also, tomorrow's Halloween, but today is National Candy Corn Day today. Do we eat the candy corn? You're a throw it away, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not a candy corn guy.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not a big fan of it. And I'm surprised it's so popular.
Right? Because it's not healthy.
No.
And they're just disgusting.
Yeah, just a big ball, little orange ball of sugar there waiting to go down, I guess. But no, it's not. I've never been a candy corn fan. Don't like it at all.
So we'll not have candy corn in our jacket pocket next week waiting for a football game. That's
will not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck. Enjoy the bye week, and we'll talk next week before your playoff game. How's that? Kyle Mihelish joining us on Jason Walker Show, Off the Wall Mancave. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Bruins await the winner of this week's Bozeman Sentinel game. Quick break, come back. Townsend's Joe Horne will join us, talk about his team's playoffs and moving forward with the Bulldogs with the senior class that has done a lot. So we'll talk to Joe Horne coming up next right here, Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
For more than 20 years, Off the Wall Advertising has built a track record of success helping businesses like yours across the state of Montana. While working with hundreds of businesses, including Jason Walker Media, they have developed a system for success. Off the Wall Advertising utilizes indoor advertising, placing professional billboards in high-traffic locations. Let Off the Wall Advertising show you how to get the return on investment you expect from every advertising dollar. Off the Wall Advertising, along with the Jason Walker Show and Continental Divide Radio, have packages for even more bang for your buck. Contact Off the Wall today at offthewallmt.com to schedule a free consultation. Casey Damon is a sixth-generation Montanan with deep roots, making her a true Montana insider. She knows all the best places from fishing and recreation to entertainment and local hidden gems. She grew up here, went to the historic Central Elementary School, and graduated from Helena High. She is proud of her Montana lifestyle and loves Montana history. Helena and Central Montana are great places to live, work, and enjoy, which is why she chooses to keep calling it home. Voted Helena's favorite realtor and Montana's best residential realtor realtor, there's no wonder why people go to her for their real estate needs. Casey understands that selling and buying a home is complex and deeply personal. There's also a lot at stake financially and personally. This perspective on the process and the responsibility felt towards her clients drives Casey to truly be an expert at her job. She understands the market and all the variables involved in a real estate transaction, making sure you feel supported and that you have a trusted advisor by your side. To work with Casey Damon, give her a call at 406-465-6780 or text KACIE to 85377. There's only one place in Helena to cure your craving for Cajun cuisine, and that is Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys and catfish to jambalaya and much more, Cafe Zydeco has the best Cajun this side of New Orleans. And Cafe Zydeco cares about those that take care of us. Military, law enforcement, first responders can get your drink free as a way of saying thank you to those that protect us every day. If you're looking for a place to grab lunch or dinner, get the flavor of the Big Easy in Big Sky Country at Cafe Zydeco on Euclid in Helena. If you are truly looking to get away for a weekend, let Auto Concepts get you started. Introducing the Overlander camping setup. The tent fits right on top of your truck, sleeps 3, and features an LED light bar and USB connections. It's easy to travel with and pack up to get you away from everyone and up off the ground. Auto Concepts also will get your rig detailed to look good for the summer to make sure your vehicle looks sharp inside and out. Auto Concepts does window tinting, lift kits, cattle guards, and more. Everything your vehicle needs. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Summer, the season to work hard, play hard. The days are heating up and getting longer. The smell of fresh cut grass, the hot sun on your skin. Who we kidding? We all know you're really thinking about having fun and relaxing at the Copper Club Casino. Meet your friends for a cold one. Play a $5 or $2. When you want great service, cold drinks, and fun entertainment, this is the place. The Copper Club Casino, where everybody knows your name any time of year. On Euclid, across from Molendi Center, the Copper Club Casino.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
I can see you hurting. I've been through the same thing. Baby,
Welcome back. Final segment on a Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's Halloween. Off the Wall Mancave, Jason Walker Show. Been working our way through a sore throat today. Hot tea, lemon, honey. And hope you had a good day today. Stayed home with the little one, so trying to get her all healed up before trick-or-treating tomorrow. She's going to go with Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a Halloween movie. UB Rexa bringing us back in. Off the Wall Man Cave, and good day. Let's see here. Got on this day in history coming up, the walk-off, and much more, and that includes a conversation with the Townsend football coach. His name is Joe Horne, and he joins us now here. Jason Walker Show. Well, I know you didn't want to end the regular season the way you guys did with a loss at your rival, but good things that came out of that game were what?
There's always good things. They don't. You get so focused on the stuff you got to fix right now. That's kind of in the forefront of my mind. But good things coming out of that is, we got a chance to play on. Things we took care of earlier in the season allowed us to do that. Boys played tough. And, I was really reminded, that's something that I've heard 1,000 times. And, that, a lot of times we're on the other side of it. But, Coach Beast always talked to us a lot. He's halftime scores most overrated stat in all sports. And, man, it was 7-3 halftime. It was 14-3 going into the fourth quarter of that game last week. Mm-hmm. And our boys I don't know if they got worn down. Their confidence went down. Just some things didn't go our way. And, it kind of feels like the wheels fell off at the end there. And I know that's kind of, you always walk out with that last thing you remember there. But our boys did good. They competed hard. We left some points on the board with some mistakes that we made. We missed way too many tackles, especially late in the fourth. That allowed them to, get in the end zone, a couple blown coverages. So some mistakes we got to clean up there. They're all fixable things. But our guys are, they're getting better every day still. So we're preparing for the Red Lodge week. But yeah, it was not a fun feeling coming off that field on Friday night. Our guys know it. I know it. But like I said, let's find the good stuff in it. What do we do well? I think, especially early in the game, we blocked well. Especially they got some big dudes up there, up front. So our guys got in front of them. They competed with them. We ran the ball hard, offensively. So a lot of things to build off of.
Definitely, for sure. And you mentioned Red Lodge. That's who you head to. Very good team. And you and I talked at the beginning of the year. We expected Red Lodge to be one of those teams near the top, and they're the 1 seed. So take me through what we can expect from Red Lodge.
Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. I've been through quite a few games. For instance, one of their games in the Holly Project game, they threw ball 7 times the whole entire game. Those seven passes, there was 2 completions, 1 interception, a sack, and a scramble on the other ones. It's they make their living off of number 2 and 3 in the backfield, and those dudes are they're dudes. They run the ball hard. They're extremely fast. You give them a little bit of a window, and you're not going to catch them. So everything happens right away. It's a wing T style offense. A lot of misdirection and people and guys going every which way in a short little window. So we got to keep them contained. We got to keep them boxed in. And first and foremost, we have to stop the run. If we can stop the run and force these guys into a passing situation and, force them to throw the ball, they're not comfortable doing it, and it's not what they want to do. So that's been our focus is we gotta stop the run. We got to tackle number 2, number 3, force them into our type of game. That's on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, looking at a couple different, some tweaking some things that we do, adding in a few new wrinkles, nothing fancy. Just trying to really shore up assignment wise. And then the big one is just, take the easy stuff. The ones that are right there wide open underneath, let's take the stuff that's right there easy in front of us. And just, build drives on that and finish drives, complete drives, we can't get off the field have to stay on the field after third down. We've got to be able to convert thirds into first downs, keep the ball on our offensive team. So that's our focus for this week.
Message to the seniors, because this is a team that has struggled for a couple of years, right? I mean, young, been down, some off the field stuff, but these seniors have not given up. They willed their team into the playoffs. What's your message to them?
Play every down like it's your last, because you just, we get such a limited time in this game. You never know when that last one's going to be. And I can tell you, from experience as a player, from doing this for the last 15 years as a position coach, a coordinator, and now a head coach, it hurts taking that jersey off for the last time. It hurts. I remember doing it at Capitol High. I remember doing it at Carroll, watching these guys come through. It's a feeling like you'll never forget it. And, for some of these guys, they get the opportunity to go on and play again, and they get a chance to play some more football, but they'll have to go through it a second time. For the others, this is the big run, and this is the story that they're going to be stuck with, for the rest of their lives. As far as their football career goes, they're going to go out and do so much bigger and better things beyond this game. But this is their football story, and then we all know we're all those same guys. We still tell these stories. What I've been telling them, even starting last week, is your story's not written yet. You're still writing pages in it. How do you want it to read? What do you want it to say? So your efforts, your commitment, the decisions you make every day, in the classroom, out in the community, and in practice and in the game, that's what's going to write that story. So make sure you're doing it the right way.
Townsend coach Joe Horne joining us here on the Jason Walker Show. Is it must win?
I think every game's a must win.
I talk to coaches every year, and I've always wanted to ask that. And now that we're in the playoffs, it's the dumbest question, but yes, is it a must-win game this weekend?
Yeah. Everything is a must-win game. But we knew, after the Three Forks game, I really sat down for a lot of hours, and I looked at what we were doing, what I was doing, and I wanted to make some changes. I wasn't happy with where things were at, the results that were happening, and that Three Forks game just left a really bad feeling in my gut. And, you know, sat down and made those changes, and we've implemented those changes, and, you know, we're going in the right direction. You know, they've helped, the kids have bought into that, the staff has bought into that. You know, we're still right there. I think we're a better football team than we've shown yet. I think our best game's still ahead of us. You know, looking at this week coming forward, Red Lodge, you know, it's like every game, but Red Lodge, we can, this is a winnable game for us. We understand that, we're confident, really trying to put the confidence in the boys. But this is definitely a winnable game for us. And, you know, we're going in there with the expectations to win, and then fully understand and are aware that you know, that expectation comes with a lot of responsibility and accountability to win. And so our boys, you know, our boys and our staff, I think we're doing a good job this week of, you know, trying to just set that mindset. Younger guys, you know, a lot of these guys, even our juniors, you know, they've never had to experience the last game situation.
Mm-hmm.
Our seniors this year, they've been through it, you know, with some, you know, Richard Jones and Dawson Sweats and those type of guys, and, you know, Ryan Rocks and, you know, Bandon Acre and those guys. But these younger guys, they haven't had that experience yet. They don't understand what that locker room feeling's like. And, you know, for a lot of people, if you're not in this game, you don't understand that. And when you know what is in store, and there's only one way, you know, that it closes out, and no one closes out the right way for one team. But everybody else that's been through that, they know what I'm talking about. They know that feeling, and you do whatever you can to push it out as far as you can, you know.
Yep. Oh, for sure. Townsend football coach Joe Horne joining us, Jason Walker Show, and it's National Candy Corn Day today. Are we a candy corn fan?
I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I'm definitely not going to walk by a bowl of candy corn and not grab one.
Really? Okay.
I would. It's not the first candy I would buy, but that's you know, I'll definitely indulge.
Do the Horns still celebrate Halloween?
We try to. Halloween used to be probably, I mean, one of our favorite holidays, especially when kids were little. You know, we did family costumes, you know, and even, you know, outside of that with friends and whatnot. Just really like Halloween. It's just a fun holiday. My favorite, you know, we had a 6'8" math teacher here. His name's Corey Bacham. I dressed up as him one year, wore curved cape and stilts all day. Never seen the world from that height, man. It was totally different for me. You know, we did The Incredibles as a family. You know, all kinds of stuff. Like Halloween, still celebrate Halloween. I know the kids had a lot of fun down here in Townsend, small community. You know, they shut down Main Street, and, you know, kids are running all over. It's just fun. Yeah, so we still celebrate Halloween. Still like preparing for games a lot better. You know, as your kids get older, you know, you find them in, you know, district, divisional volleyball, playoff football, you know, whatever it may be. You know, it just seems like you're always busy. But yeah, we still celebrate Halloween.
Do you like to hand out or eat the candy?
I like to eat it. And to be honest with you, growing up, you know, most of the places I live have been outside of town. I can't, to be honest with you, I think we lived in East Town growing up. That's the closest place I've been to a town of actually living in town. So we never really got any trick-or-treaters at our house. So handing out candy was not something that we really did. We always had to travel in to get some, you know, so kind of put the bucket out on the door and see how much is left when you come back home at the end of the night, because no one was around to hand it out. But there wasn't a lot of people around either. You know, same thing now, you know, where we live now, you know, trick-or-treaters want to come out and see us, they got to go across the bridge there. And it's just, you know, there's no walking path on that bridge. So we come into town and hang out with some friends and, you know, kind of home base out of somewhere here in town.
You're a Helena boy. Today was the day in 1864 that the city of Helena was founded.
Wow. And they've had messed up roads and intersections since then. It's a long time to not get a problem figured out, you know. It's crazy, but yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
What is it? 100 and I can't do the math real quick, but let's see, 160 years old now. Is that, or 180, 160?
I'm gonna take your word for it, man. I'm not even gonna double check your math.
160 years old, and Malfunction Junction still exists.
Yes, it does. Yeah, yep. That's crazy, you know. And I know, like we were talking earlier, you know, not only they got the messed up roads and all that, but man, what about great football being played in that Helena area? So, I mean, just kind of, you know, kind of turned. It's not a basketball town; it's a football town. It always has been, you know, and all that whole surrounding area around it. Man, it's just fun watching good football being played around. You know, when it's around you and near you, you should never be bored on a Friday night.
Nope.
You know, go out to a game, watch these games anywhere. You know, and now Saturdays, you know, everyone getting to play on Saturdays, except for I think AA still plays theirs on Fridays. We play all our games on Saturdays now.
Yep.
You know, which is fantastic for me. I love Saturday football. So, you know, just kind of takes you back, you know, the last thing you remember, which is, you know, playing at Carroll and college football on Saturday. So love it. Absolutely love it. And I'm excited for our boys to get a chance. You know, that was a big thing is we told them we just need a chance. We just need a chance to get in. Second season starts now. Everything that happened at the front side doesn't matter. You know, but, you know, it wasn't as much excitement as I thought, you know, after the Jefferson game and finding out we were in. You know, and I don't want to say it was a relief because there were some things, you know, we needed to take care of better on our end and not put ourselves in a situation to be waiting for the call. You know, but now it's here. Once Saturday morning hit, it's go time. We're there. All we need is a chance, and that's what we got now.
Yes, you do. And it's great for me because right now this is an easy time for me for this show because all 5 of my local teams that I cover, Helena, Capital, you guys, Jefferson, and East Helena, all in the playoffs. So it makes my job real easy. So thanks for doing that, Coach. Thanks for getting your team to the playoffs so I get to continue another conversation.
Whatever our boys can do to keep having these phone calls every Wednesday, man, we'll give our best effort for that. Because I know they should.
I love it.
If we talk for a couple more weeks, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, another month of calls with Joe Horne would be great.
Yeah.
How about a Jefferson Townsend state championship game?
Well, that'd be something. I know Jefferson Manhattan had that semifinal, you know, last year. We'd have to get through, both of us would have to get through, you know, some Southern 5B teams on the road there. And then what a great football conference, you know, we're in here in Class B. But it's not undoable.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Hey, that'd like you said, you got the chance. Now you go take advantage of it.
Yeah, we'd have to play in Nelson, which, you know, I think they'd be okay with that. We're okay with that.
I'd be really okay with that.
Yeah.
It's a good luck for you. Little Metallica.
Yep.
As you head down to Red Lodge.
I got to tell you, just every time I hear it, it just gets me amped up, makes me think of my old buddy Jason Gillen. Just, you know, best human being I've ever met, and just a 100% all-in guy for you, and just crazy intense, man. So you go ahead and crank that up. Let me just say good luck to all those coaches that you cover. You know, all those teams. I know all those guys. They're fantastic coaches. They're good people outside of it. You know, and they've got really good kids that play the game the right way. So, you know, just super proud to be a part of that whole area of football thing. You know, great fans around, but great football coaches, great football players, and it's just world needs more of that stuff. So, really, really, really excited for all of us. You know, and just wish best of luck to all of them and their boys.
Coach Joe Horne, appreciate it. We'll talk soon, my friend.
Turn that music up and let's talk next week.
Oh, what a great way to end it, right? Yeah. Turn that music up and let's talk next week. Yeah, well, get that win at Red Lodge, and we'll do that, Coach. Appreciate it. Always enjoy talking with him each and every Wednesday. Let's do On This Day in History. It is October the 30th, 2024, and we mentioned Candy Corn Day today. I'm not a candy. No, thank you. No candy corn. Publicist Day. I need a publicist. Let's see, a few things on this day in history. Starting sports. 1954, the first use of the 24-second shot clock in pro basketball, Rochester against Boston. 1973, Tom Seaver becomes the first non-20 game winner to win the Cy Young Award. It was 4 years and a day later after his first one in 1969. Muhammad Ali knocked out George Foreman in the 8th round, 1974, the Rumble in the Jungle. Kinshasa, Zaire, regaining the world heavyweight boxing title. Let's see here. Patsy Montana, born on this date in 1914. Grace Slick from Jefferson Starship, Airplane, whatever they're called all the time, 1939. Timothy B. Schmidt from the Eagles, 1947, was born. Gavin Rossdale, Bush singer, was born, 1965. Today was the day in 1938, a radio broadcast of H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds, narrated by Orson Welles, caused mass panic. Texas Chainsaw Massacre premiered on this date, 1974. Charles Martin Smith, born on this date in 1953. He was an actor. He was in American Graffiti. He was also in the movie Never Cry Wolf. And I remember sitting with my family watching that in Havre at the movie theater. I think it was in Havre. And the scene where he ate the mouse with the saltine crackers. Maybe it was Ritz, but put the mouse right between the crackers and it was still moving. Christopher Columbus, born on this date in 1451. Pat Williams, the Democratic representative from Montana, from 79 to 93, born on this date in 1937. Ivanka Trump is 43 today. And we mentioned Helena, founded on this date in 1864. Happy birthday, Helena. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off brought to you by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for the best Cajun. That's what I need for dinner tonight is Cajun. Pasta Zydeco from Cafe Zydeco. And to get that, it'll just burn the sore throat out of the way, right? In a good way? Yeah. The hot tea with lemon and honey in it. It's going to have to work for now. We'll do it again tomorrow. We didn't really miss anything today. Had fun. Had a fun day. Don't forget, Jaywalk in the Mornings, Continental Divide Radio, 6 a.m. Monday through Friday. Tomorrow, a Halloween edition. Got some good Halloween songs we'll be throwing in throughout the day. And looking forward to that. So, there you go. Let's see here. Tomorrow, let's do it again, shall we? Thanks to Dane Broadhead, Joe Horne, Kyle Mihelish for joining us today. Tomorrow, Clint Lang, Jefferson coach, for his number 2 seed out of the South. Jefferson Panthers will join us. And also going to check in with East Helena coach Tyler Murray, the Vigilantes, heading up to Havre for the playoffs. First time in school history, my Vigilantes Class A playoffs. So we'll talk to both of those coaches tomorrow. If you missed anything, JasonWalkerShow.com. Thanks to our advertisers, our fans from 50 states, District of Columbia, and 57 countries. JasonWalkerShow.com. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And also, Jaywalk in the Mornings, Continental Divide Radio, 6 a.m. Have a great Wednesday night. And this has been The Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.